Okay, all right, guys. Everybody raise your hands real quick like this. Stretch out real quick. I do this with the eighth graders that I gave this first speech to. This is not the first speech I give. This is like an anti-bullying speech that I gave to Orange Grove Middle School. My name is Matt. I'm 40 years old, and I'm in remission from Hodgkin's lymphoma. I'm not cured yet. No. I praise Jesus that I'm here right now to be able to talk to you. I got a lot of energy. I had a nitro cold brew, so I'm sky high right now. But what I do, and I love what Jenny and Eric are doing, and what Anthony and I talked about a couple weeks. We're going to boxes this year, and we're going to talk about a different side of what we do inside the gym. And my side of this story is this. I'm 40. I'm married. I got 2 boys. And compassion, positivity, and resiliency is what got me where I'm at right here. I may not be here. I could not be here if things didn't work out. One of us might get hit by a truck, like he was saying, on the way home. We don't know what's going to happen to us in life. But these 3 principles right here made me who I am today and what I'm here to talk to you about. So, it's 2004. I'm back from deployment, and I was in a bad accident. And I had the open dosing of every pain medication, anti-anxiety medication I could take. And I could have went down that dark path. I was there for a while. But there was a compassionate gentleman by the name of Dave Mitchell at LA Fitness. And I walked in one day, and I was getting physical therapy from the Army, and they're like, oh, just, you know, if anybody military here, anybody? You guys, okay, so you know when you go to the doc, he's like, take your pills, get out. We got 700 people. Lines, why I don't like them? I was in the military. You know how many lines I've been in my life? I really don't like lines very well, but I get them there. 5 to be alive. 5 to be alive. It's in my head. But what happened to me is that Dave Mitchell, he was just this big buff guy. He was so strong, and I wanted to be like Dave. And I was broken, mentally, physically. I was all jacked up. And I would follow Dave around LA Fitness over in Brea and Cerritos, and I'd be like, and finally he goes, hey man, what's up, bro? We played basketball together in the gym, you know, and he was a great basketball player. And I said, Dave, I like what you do. I'm not shy. Can we do something? And he goes, let's get buff. For 2 years, Dave Mitchell, from 2004 to 2006, when he came to my wedding, the wedding singer, the wedding piano player and singer at my wedding was Dave Mitchell's referral of a referral. Understand that. A guy I randomly met in the gym, played at the biggest day of my life, and was at my wedding. He never asked for $1. He never asked me to sponsor him or go anywhere with him or do anything. He just was so compassionate. He saw a 24-year-old kid that was broke, and he just really grabbed me. And he pulled me to that next level of getting out of that darkness. And I thank him. When I started this Move Through Motivation, I called him the day we launched our video 2 weeks ago. And I haven't talked to Dave in probably about 6 months to a year. He's got 2 kids, beautiful wife. And I called him, I said, man, I just want to call you. Something's happening right now, and you're part of it. I tell you guys right now, compassion's big to me. Because the next time that I got compassion big time in my life was 2018. April, Tuesday, after Easter. I go to jiu-jitsu. I had to walk into class. I mean, we told each other that day we were going to call each other until we actually got the news from the doc. I had surgery the week before, and I walked into jiu-jitsu, and the boys are training. I look at my wife. The boys are 7 and 9, Kai and Case. I look at my wife, and I just shook my head. She lost it. She lost it. My wife is not like me at all. She's an amazing human being, put up with somebody like me, but she really just lost it. And she walked out, and I said, I'll get the boys. I took the boys home. I took the boys home, and we had to make a decision that night, and we'll get to that in a minute, but there was some compassion that night of some people in this room, Matt and that guy back there. Their families drove out from Long Beach to my house that night. And they came out and sat my wife. Their wives came out and sat with my wife. It meant a lot. On a Tuesday night, from Long Beach to Corona, they drove out and sat with my wife, cried, We made a determination we're going to change it that night. And the compassion that followed along from 2008 to April 2018 to the current day of 2020 is what this is. Places like this doesn't exist. It exists in two places, I promise you. In church, whatever religion you are, and in a CrossFit box. I've never seen a sense of community come together when somebody's sick, dying, gets diagnosed with cancer, loses a child, loses 19 guys in a fire. I was at the first Hot Shots event in Arizona. And let me tell you something. It was a month after those guys passed away out in Arizona. We went out there. My buddy lives there. We just randomly drove on a Friday. I saw a community come together so strong to help these families that were hurting hard. But the CrossFit, I'm a coach over at Chino. Been there since 2011. And they made a special place for me. I lost my mind after a month trying to work out by myself. Couldn't do it. In the garage doing pull-ups, doing thrusters and throwing things around, and I lost my mind. I told my doc, I said, Doc, I can't do this. He's like, you can't get sick. You don't want to get sick. I'm like, I can't do this. I called Coach Gabe, Coach Karen, I need you to set me up an area. Wife's not going to let me go because she's scared I'm going to get sick, but I need you to set me up. They put me as designated cancer area. They had masks for me. If somebody was sick, then we kept like a 17. Listen, that lasted for about a week. People came in and we worked out together. In July of 2018, I had the privilege of doing a 24-hour challenge after my 6th week of chemo, and boxes from all over the Inland Empire came out. We raised $11,000 for the Jesse Reese Foundation. You got to clap it up. Let me tell you about compassion. The story about Jesse Reese, and you guys follow the journey, you'll see. This is the little girl who's dead. And her parents and her brother and sister continued this legacy. When she was dying, she actually gave her toys that she had in her room to other kids when she was in the hospital. And that little spirit gave me something when I was fighting. And I said, you know what? I don't care if I'm hurt. I don't care if I'm sick. I'm going to do something for these people. And that's exactly what I did. So we squatted for 24 hours, 8,640 to be exact. It was 6 on the minute for 24 hours straight. We had the average. And boy, it was fun. And this past year we did kettlebell swings. That was a joy, but too. But what I mean to say that is the community of CrossFit came alongside of me the same way the people around me. So that compassion that I've received, the consciousness of distress and desire to alleviate problems is deep to me. Okay, let's talk about positivity, okay? This is the next one. The practice of being optimistic in attitude. I could have took a different approach. Let's talk about what we called my cancer. We call it Hodge. In my house, anybody here not know who Rocky Balboa is? Raise your hand. Praise the Lord. You clap it up. I'm so excited. And you would not be surprised people don't know who Rocky Balboa is. That was my inspiration. I was a little guy right here. I wanted to be Rocky Balboa in 1979. I knew every song. I know it. It's on my playlist. Trust me. What I do, though, is that we took that and we called the cancer to the boys that night, that Friday night. So Tuesday, you diagnosed. Friday, we tell the family. And it was a hard day. We told the boys we're going to call it Hodge. And it was Olson versus Hodge. We said there's a bad guy inside and we're going to beat him up. We're not going to let it take us down. And I need you boys to help me. I need your mind strong. I need you to go to school. I need you to be nice to the kids. I need you to be good people, be good dudes. They did it. And they're really doing well today. And I'm so grateful that communities like this came alongside them, gave them compassion, didn't treat us like we were like, no. They embraced us. And they worked out with us. And they came and showed up to our house. And they called me. And they messaged me. And here's what I'm going to tell you about positivity. That positive message you send to somebody in your family that's sick or dying or died. I got a message last night. Let me tell you what. I'll get real with you guys right now. I got a message last night from somebody that they don't know if their friend's going to make it through the weekend. A buddy of mine. It was my church. Cancer. It's hard because it could have been me. So I take that mentality and I went and sat with this guy and I don't want to sit there and be like Debbie Downer. I go in there and I give him hard and like, man, let's go. If you only got one more week, let's talk. Let's chat. Let's be real because we're only here for a little bit. A pastor once said there's a rope, right? That's the length of time. We're only a little tiny ribbon in the middle of that rope. That's all the impact and time we had. So as long as we're here, just give a little positivity, a little bit of optimistic, even in a bad situation. The last one, resiliency. I'm here today because I tell you right now, I'm resilient because the first two. Exercise and movement is important. It's the one place I get the darkness and demons out of my head. And I really, really can relate to a lot of people who will go the other side, right? I told you when I was in the, I could have took that lovely little pill, and it takes me darker and deeper. Some of them helped, but some of them had some other ones that just made me twisted. I'm not against medicine, don't get me wrong. Chemo saved my life. But what I'm saying is that in this place, we have a unique experience. A very unique experience for you to go out and spread the message of health and wellness by just being a good person. When you come in the box, what kind of energy you bring? You guys have did a good job. I've seen it. 2011, I'm a CrossFit level 2, by the way. I did the education in the CrossFit side. I love it. I'm a hardcore believer. I don't think everybody loves it because I get it. But I drink that Kool-Aid hard because I've seen the growth and development of people getting really, really sick. And that doesn't have to be health-wise. It could be obesity. It could be bigger problems. To the other side of just a happy person. So what I'm here today, last thing, and then I want to sweat with you guys, okay? That's really what I want to do. I'll sweat. Is that, please, be good people. And you guys being here, you guys are already there. So here's my challenge to you. Go out and bring somebody here. There was a book by Urban Meyer, and he has this 10-80-10 principle. And he told, back in the day when they were in Florida, they were winning the national championship, he said, the strength coach said, you can't come into my gym unless you bring somebody with you. Now, I'm not telling you can bring somebody across the SGV. That'd be real happy, right, Chris? We'd be happy more people come. We can fill this place up. We can make space. But not only in the gym, but in your life, are you bringing somebody, if you've got a unique experience that you've experienced, are you bringing somebody on that dark side, or do you keep it to yourself? Spread that love, compassion, be positive. And I guarantee you, like, I'm a perfect example. The struggles that I have in the 40 years of my life have made me who I am here today, and I'm grateful for them. It's made me resilient. So, with that said, I love you all. I'm really excited that I got to be able to chat with you guys. Now I'm going to sweat with you, so then we have an even deeper bond. But like I said, Anthony, Chris, thanks for setting this up. Jenny, good job. I love you guys. Let's work out. Let's sweat. Let's sweat. Bye-bye.